Did you know that the world is full of different people, each with their own intentions and motivations? It's easy to always think the best of others, like you do. After all, who doesn't want to believe that there are solutions and hope in every interaction we have? But we also need to remember the reality. There are those who do not share this same idealism. It's important to pay attention to signs, those subtle signs that alert us when someone may not be as benevolent as they appear. Unfortunately, we will meet people along the way whose intentions are not the best. Sometimes, they can even hurt, without caring about other people's feelings. Surely, you have already come across someone like this. Someone who does not hesitate to hurt, to manipulate, to betray the trust we place. They are those who remind us that, even with all our goodwill, it is vital to maintain a certain distance. Therefore, while we continue to believe the best in people, it is equally essential to protect our hearts and inner peace. After all, as you well know, not everyone carries the same kindness as you. Have you ever noticed how some people can be masters in the art of manipulation? Sometimes their actions are so discreet that we barely notice that we are dealing with someone with a bad character. Let's explore the signs that reveal the presence of these figures in our lives. But first, just make sure you're already subscribed to the channel, because the next videos will be a series of Stoic content that will help you find balance, wisdom, and serenity in a world full of challenges. It's unfortunate, but there are individuals who constantly try to blame you for something you didn't do, or who smile in front of you while sowing discord behind your back. They are like shadows, trying to undermine your peace and tranquility. It is essential to pay attention to these signs. That mean comment disguised as an innocent joke, or the constant need to make you feel inferior, are clear signs. These are people who, behind a mask of friendship or cordiality, act to satisfy their own interests, without considering the impact they cause. Therefore, as you navigate the waters of life, remember to protect your energy and inner peace. Keep close those who genuinely value your presence and stay away from those who only take advantage of your weaknesses. This is how you build true relationships and protect yourself from negative influences. Family is a precious gift, but sometimes we face unexpected challenges, even within our own homes. It's as if life reminds us that not everyone carries with them the same kind of goodness we expect. Let's talk about the telltale signs that we're dealing with people who don't have the best intentions. These are those moments when words and actions do not align, leaving a trail of discomfort and distrust. Even before the first clear sign, it is essential to remain alert and aware. Sometimes, these people can even be close, within our own family. After all, proximity does not automatically guarantee benevolence. So be observant. Be aware of small gestures and comments that don't seem to fit into the positive image we would like to maintain. It is important to protect not only our inner peace, but also our family ties, cultivating relationships based on mutual trust and genuine respect. It's interesting how life teaches us that not everyone is sincerely rooting for our success. Sometimes we come across people who want us to be better, but never better than themselves. It's a constant reminder that the world can be a challenging place, even among those closest to us. Let's explore the telltale signs that we're dealing with someone who doesn't share our sense of empathy. The first sign is pleasure in other people's pain. It's disturbing to notice someone who seems to rejoice in the suffering of others, as if it were cause for celebration. Not only does this type of behavior reveal a profound lack of empathy, it can also be detrimental to relationships and overall well-being. It is essential to recognize these signs early and, when necessary, protect our own peace by moving away from negative influences. Therefore, as we seek our own growth and happiness, it is essential to surround ourselves with people who genuinely rejoice in our achievements and support us through difficult times. It is these relationships that truly enrich our journey. Imagine being surrounded by people who, instead of being sources of support and understanding, seem to find pleasure in other people's difficulties. It could be a coworker who laughs at your difficulties rather than offering a helping hand, or a friend who prefers to joke about your problems rather than offering a shoulder to lean on. These attitudes not only reveal a lack of sensitivity, but also a cruel character. People like this can go so far as to deliberately cause problems for others, just to satisfy their morbid desire to see other people suffering. They can spread gossip, provoke conflicts, all to observe the reactions of the people around them. It is essential to recognize these patterns of behavior and protect yourself from these negative influences. By cultivating relationships based on empathy and mutual support, we strengthen not only our own inner peace, but also the quality of the bonds we build throughout life. So, as we navigate our daily challenges, let's remember to surround ourselves with people who genuinely share our happiness and are there during difficult times. It is these connections that enrich our journey and allow us to grow significantly. Imagine dealing with someone who not only revels in the chaos they cause, but also seeks to control every aspect of your life and the lives of those around them. It's as if they are constantly trying to keep the reins of destiny in their hands, even if that means manipulating and abusing power. It's crucial to recognize these signs early to protect your emotional health and well-being. People with these characteristics not only seek to cause turmoil without remorse, but they also feel deeply uncomfortable and vulnerable if they cannot control everything around them. They may seem friendly at first glance, but their insatiable need to dominate can lead to harmful behaviors. From manipulative decisions to abuses of power, these people do not hesitate to cross ethical boundaries to ensure things are done according to their wishes. So, as you build your relationships and navigate through life, keep an eye out for signs of excessive control and manipulation. Protect yourself by surrounding yourself with individuals who value your autonomy and respect your limits. It's these genuine connections that promote positive growth and an emotionally healthy journey. Have you ever come across people who seem obsessed with control in all aspects of life? It's as if every detail needs to be meticulously managed according to your own rules. Think about that boss who not only reviews your work, but does so obsessively, not to help, but to keep tight control over everything. The same happens with that friend who decides all the plans without considering the opinions of others, imposing their wishes without flexibility. These attitudes not only reveal an excessive need for control, but they can also be suffocating for those around them. These people do not hesitate to manipulate situations to ensure that things get their way. Whether by establishing strict rules or resorting to emotional blackmail, they seek to maintain their dominance over the circumstances and people around them. Therefore, it is essential to recognize these patterns of behavior and protect yourself against influences that seek to control your freedom and autonomy. Cultivating relationships based on mutual trust and respect for individual limits is essential to promoting a healthy environment for personal growth and positive interactions. Imagine being in a relationship where your partner not only wants to know where you are and who you are talking to, but demands this control as a need to dominate your life. This obsession with control is not only annoying, but it can also become dangerous. People like this do not hesitate to use their power to manipulate and exploit other people. They see the independence of others as a threat, seeking to restrict every movement and decision to satisfy their own needs for control. Recognizing these behaviors is crucial to protecting not only your independence, but also your emotional well-being. Establishing clear limits is essential to preserving your freedom and ensuring healthy, balanced relationships. If you find yourself in a situation where someone tries to dominate every aspect of your life, it is essential to act firmly and assertively. Cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and trust, where your personal space and autonomy are valued and protected. Have you ever experienced that strange feeling in someone's presence, as if your own body is trying to tell you something? It's like a subtle but powerful instinct that alerts you when something isn't right. This feeling is one of the clearest signs that we may be dealing with someone whose intentions are not genuine. Imagine being in a lively family environment where everyone is enjoying happy moments together. However, there is one person who, whenever he is around, seems to leave an aura of discomfort and tension. You may feel tired, restless, or simply uncomfortable in their presence, even if there is no apparent reason for this. This instinctive reaction should not be ignored. It's your body and mind signaling that something might be wrong. It may be a manifestation of how this person affects your emotional and even physical well-being. Therefore, it is essential to trust this sense of alertness and consider measures to protect your own autonomy and inner peace. Keep an eye out for signs of genuine discomfort and, when necessary, remove yourself from influences that do not contribute positively to your life. Sometimes we meet people whose mere presence is enough to make us uncomfortable. It's as if there is a negative energy around them, or perhaps hidden intentions that we can't clearly define. These are times when our instinct is warning us that something is not right. For example, imagine a coworker who, every time you approach, you feel a wave of inexplicable anxiety. Your body reacts before your mind even fully processes the situation. These sensations are important because they often pick up signals that our mind is still trying to understand. It's not just about avoiding specific people, but recognizing how certain interactions affect our emotional and physical well-being. It's critical to honor these feelings and take steps to protect our own energy and mental health. By cultivating relationships based on positivity and mutual respect, we create an environment where we can truly flourish and grow. Pay attention to the signs and trust your intuition to wisely navigate the complexities of human relationships. Have you ever found yourself constantly uncomfortable in someone's presence, even though you don't understand exactly why? Sometimes our subconscious picks up signals that our conscious mind may not notice right away. This feeling of discomfort can be a warning that this person may not have the best intentions. It's crucial to pay attention to these feelings. Ignoring these signs can put us in harmful situations, compromising our inner peace and emotional well-being. Recognizing when an interaction affects us negatively is the first step to protecting our own energy. Another revealing aspect is the lack of responsibility. People who constantly blame others for their own mistakes and enjoy playing the victim rarely take responsibility for their actions. This pattern of behavior not only reveals a lack of integrity, but can also create a toxic environment around us. Therefore, it is essential to establish clear limits and cultivate relationships based on transparency and mutual responsibility. In doing so, we not only protect our autonomy, but also foster an environment of personal growth and healthy relationships. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone constantly makes you apologize for your own mistakes? It's as if there is a tendency to blame everyone but yourself. Imagine a coworker who, upon making a crucial mistake on a project, doesn't hesitate to point the finger at others on the team, creating a toxic environment where responsibility is distorted and you feel unfairly blamed. Another example is that friend who seems to repeatedly invite trouble but never takes responsibility for his or her own choices. Instead, he prefers to blame the world around him, avoiding facing the consequences of his actions. These patterns of behavior not only undermine trust and mutual respect, but also create an environment where honesty and integrity are compromised. It is essential to recognize when we are being manipulated into taking on responsibilities that are not ours and to establish clear limits to protect our own emotional integrity. By cultivating relationships based on transparency and mutual responsibility, we not only strengthen our own self-esteem, but also promote a healthy environment for personal and professional growth. Have you ever come across someone who seems to have an excuse ready for everything? Whether it's delays in appointments or setbacks in life, there's always a scapegoat, someone to blame but themselves. It's as if taking responsibility for your own actions is an impossible task. These people are masters at manipulating situations so that you end up feeling guilty about something that is clearly not your responsibility. It's an exhausting emotional game that, over time, can erode your self-esteem and undermine your confidence. Recognizing these patterns is crucial to protecting your inner peace and emotional well-being. Establishing clear boundaries and not allowing others to shift their blame onto you is essential to cultivating healthy, balanced relationships. By prioritizing relationships based on transparency and mutual responsibility, you not only strengthen your own self-esteem, but also promote an environment where everyone can grow and prosper in a positive way. It is crucial for our mental and emotional health to recognize behaviors that can drag us into a cycle of undeserved guilt. People who constantly refuse to take responsibility for their actions can negatively impact our inner peace. Learning to identify and distance ourselves from these individuals is essential to preserving our well-being. Another worrying behavior is the habit of lying. Some have a pathological tendency to invent stories for personal advantage or simply for fun, manipulating those around them. This can create an environment of distrust and discomfort, where it is difficult to distinguish truth from fiction. Imagine a colleague who constantly exaggerates his achievements at work, creating an aura of success that does not match reality. These lies not only compromise personal integrity, but also undermine trust in interpersonal relationships. Therefore, it is essential to cultivate relationships based on honesty and transparency. By identifying patterns of manipulative and dishonest behavior, we can protect our own integrity and foster an environment of growth and mutual trust. Have you ever had that friend who disappears with wild excuses, like a sudden absence due to illness, only to find out they were somewhere else having fun? It's as if lying is an art for some, a tool to manipulate and control. Imagine a partner who uses lies to keep you in their emotional grip, or someone who distorts the truth to gain the upper hand in a heated argument. Lies are not just made-up stories. They are invisible threads that weave a complicated web of distrust and disappointment. They can start small, like a simple "I'm sorry" story, and grow into complex narratives that obscure reality. It is the art of deception, of manipulating other people's perceptions to obtain one's own advantage. However, the truth is like the sun that dispels the clouds of lies. It doesn't need adornments or exaggerations to shine. That's why, in a world full of fake stories, sincerity stands out as a beacon of trust and integrity. So the next time you come across a story that seems too good to be true, listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. Because, in the end, it is the truth that truly sets us free. You know that moment when a simple piece of gossip turns into a story of disagreements between friends? It's as if every invented word is a seed of disagreement, planted with a hidden purpose. Sometimes they start out as small, almost harmless lies, but they quickly turn into a complex web of distrust and misunderstanding. Imagine someone who spreads rumors just to see the reactions, or to gain a momentary advantage. These lies may seem harmless at first glance, but like constant drips, they erode the trust that sustains any healthy relationship. It's like building castles in the sand, knowing that the tide of lies will eventually tear them down. When someone lies repeatedly, even about the most trivial things, it is not just disrespectful, it is a clear sign that this person is willing to sacrifice the trust of others for their own gain. It is as if the truth became a bargaining chip, negotiated according to whims and personal interests. Recognizing and confronting these lies is crucial. It's about defending the integrity of relationships and protecting the mutual trust that underpins true friendship. Because in the end, the truth does not need retouching or artifice to shine. It is the solid foundation on which we build the deepest and most lasting bonds. Have you ever had to deal with someone who lies non-stop and doesn't seem to feel an ounce of remorse? It is as if the truth were a disposable bargaining chip, used to manipulate and control. In any healthy relationship, trust is the glue that holds everything together. But when you come across someone who lies like they breathe, that solid foundation starts to crack. Imagine a colleague who steals credit for your hard work and, when confronted, shows not a trace of regret. Instead, he manipulates the situation to make you doubt your own reality, as if you were to blame for disputing his actions. It's like a game of distorted mirrors, where the truth is twisted until it becomes unrecognizable. People like this feel no remorse because they never take responsibility for the impact of their actions. It's as if they are in a bubble of continuous justification, where their lies are always justified as necessary or inevitable. It's a lack of empathy so profound that it makes you question not only your relationship with this person, but also your own perceptions of what is right and wrong. Understanding how to deal with this lack of remorse is essential to preserving your own integrity and emotional well-being. It's about recognizing when trust is being eroded and taking the necessary steps to protect your own truth. Because, at the end of the day, solid relationships are built on foundations of sincerity and mutual respect. Have you ever found yourself faced with someone who seems incapable of feeling empathy or remorse? It's as if they are in a world where only their own needs matter, where any action, however harmful, is justified by personal convenience. It is a vivid portrait of a deep and manipulative selfishness. Imagine a friend who constantly hurls hurtful comments, and when you express how those words affect you, you simply laugh as if it were a bad joke. Even worse, he tries to make you doubt yourself by suggesting that you are overly sensitive or that you are overreacting. It's as if these people were artists in the art of distorting reality to protect themselves. These manipulators are quick to reverse the situation if you dare point out an error or harmful behavior. Not only do they refuse to acknowledge their mistakes, they also make you feel guilty for trying to confront them. It is a cruel tactic of emotional manipulation, where the truth is twisted until it becomes unrecognizable. Dealing with this lack of empathy is not just about protecting your own emotional health, but also about preserving your truth and integrity. It's about recognizing when you are being manipulated and taking steps to distance yourself from these negative influences. Because at the end of the day, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and genuine understanding, not disguised manipulation and selfishness. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are made to feel wrong for simply raising a legitimate issue? It's as if every word you say is turned against you, manipulated to protect the other person's image. This is the essence of emotional manipulation, a game where blame is inverted and the truth is obscured in favor of a convenient narrative. People who don't feel genuine remorse for the impact of their actions are more concerned with preserving their own image than repairing the damage they cause. It's as if empathy were a bargaining chip, used only when convenient, while harmful behaviors are repeated without apparent consequences. Recognizing this lack of remorse is crucial to protecting your own emotional health. It's about not allowing your legitimate concerns to be minimized or distorted. It's also about taking steps to move away from people who continue to hurt others without an ounce of regret, knowing they can do so with impunity. Dealing with this dynamic is not easy, but it is essential to building healthy relationships based on mutual trust and genuine respect. Because at the end of the day, your emotional integrity should not be compromised by other people's lack of remorse. Establishing clear boundaries is essential to protecting your well-being and maintaining healthy relationships. If you notice someone repeatedly acting without remorse, it's time to seriously consider moving away from that person. After all, preserving your peace and emotional health should be priority number one. Let's talk about Type 7, the cruel father. Some people simply prefer to act openly, being aggressive and attacking others with words or actions. It is as if they find perverse pleasure in the suffering of others, displaying a total lack of empathy. They have a knack for intentionally inflicting pain, as if other people's pain is a game where they are the only winners. This cruelty, this lack of empathy, are clear signs that you are dealing with someone who does not hesitate to destroy your inner peace. People like this aren't afraid to cross boundaries, make you doubt yourself, or turn your life into a minefield of suffering. Recognizing these characteristics and understanding the need to set limits is crucial. Don't let yourself be fooled by the idea that you need to put up with everything. Your emotional health and happiness are invaluable. And if someone is constantly stepping on your boundaries, it's time to take a step back and protect your space. Remember, life is too short to be lived alongside someone who doesn't value your peace and well-being. So stand firm, set your limits, and move away from these toxic energies. Because you deserve relationships based on respect, empathy, and above all, caring for your own happiness. Imagine dealing with a colleague who doesn't hesitate to hurl scathing and demeaning comments in front of others. He not only cruelly points out your flaws, but also ridicules your ideas during meetings, not with the intention of offering constructive criticism, but to demoralize. This behavior not only undermines group morale, but also creates a toxic and oppressive work environment where trust and collaboration are replaced by tension and anxiety. It does not stop there. Think about a friend who, knowing about your insecurities or personal problems, makes jokes that only serve to hurt you. It's as if he views your vulnerabilities as a target for entertainment, without caring about the emotional impact his words may have. Dealing with people like this is challenging, but crucial to preserving your own dignity and emotional well-being. It's not just about confronting these harmful behaviors, but also about setting clear boundaries and distancing yourself from those who don't respect your emotions and vulnerabilities. At the end of the day, genuine relationships are built on mutual respect and support, not exploiting others' weaknesses. Therefore, protect your energy and value those who contribute positively to your life. Have you ever found yourself faced with someone who not only makes fun of something confidential you shared, but also seems to find pleasure in your suffering? It's as if empathy is a foreign concept to them, and their pain is just a source of cruel entertainment. These are the marks of a truly cruel person, someone who doesn't hesitate to exploit your vulnerabilities for his own amusement. These people can also be aggressive, both verbally and physically. A partner who regularly insults or goes to the point of physical aggression is demonstrating overt cruelty. His actions are designed not just to hurt, but to control, to show a complete disregard for your dignity and well-being. Recognizing the cruelty in these attitudes is the first step to protecting your own emotional and physical integrity. It's not just about confronting these behaviors, but about distancing yourself from those who don't value your dignity and respect. Healthy relationships are built on the solid foundation of mutual respect and genuine empathy, not the dominance and pain of others. So always remember, you deserve to be treated with kindness, respect, and care. Don't settle for anything less, as your happiness and well-being are priceless. Protecting your emotional and physical integrity is crucial when dealing with people who are openly cruel, indifferent to the feelings of others, and capable of causing deep and lasting harm. Establishing firm boundaries and distancing yourself from these influences is essential to preserving your safety and peace of mind. If you are experiencing cruelty, don't hesitate to seek support and take action to protect yourself. It's important to pay attention to warnings from friends and family about someone's character. If people close to you are raising red flags and pointing out concerning behavior, it's crucial to take these warnings seriously. They may be seeing something that you haven't realized yet or don't want to accept. No one deserves to be treated with disrespect or subjected to emotional or physical abuse. Trust your instincts and take steps to ensure your relationships are based on mutual respect and genuine support. After all, your emotional security should not be compromised by people who do not value your dignity. Therefore, be firm in defending your limits and cultivating relationships that enrich your life with positivity and affection. You deserve to surround yourself with people who contribute to your well-being and happiness. Friend, it is crucial not to underestimate these warnings. This person may have faced toxic and harmful situations before, and these signs should not be ignored. What happened to her could happen to you again if you're not careful. Imagine starting a relationship with someone new, only to discover that close friends and family have serious concerns. Mentioning that this person has a history of manipulation and lack of respect in previous relationships can be difficult to accept, especially when emotions are running high. But it's crucial to discern between passion and potential danger. Being alert is the first step to protecting your heart and your peace of mind. Imagine starting a new job full of expectations, only to be warned by colleagues about a supervisor who, they say, turns the environment into a tense and demotivating atmosphere. Stories of how he takes out his frustration on subordinates spread quickly, without ever taking responsibility for his mistakes. These reports are not mere warnings. These are valuable insights that can prevent future headaches, coming directly from those who have lived in their shoes. When friends and family, from an outside, unbiased perspective, begin to warn you about someone in your life, it's crucial to listen carefully. They have nothing to gain by deceiving you, are genuinely concerned about your well-being. If multiple people are issuing the same warning about someone, it's a clear sign to proceed with caution. It's tempting to ignore these alerts, especially if the person in question is acting friendly at the time. However, recognizing and considering these concerns can prevent many future problems, especially if the pattern of toxic behavior is repeated. When friends and family warn about harmful behaviors, it's crucial not to take their warnings for granted. If multiple people are sharing similar concerns, it's a clear warning sign. Closely observing the behavior of the person in question is essential. If you detect signs of manipulation, cruelty, or lack of responsibility, consider taking action before the situation escalates. Trust the signs you may not be noticing, as they may be seeing something you don't. Protecting yourself from harm is the #1 priority. You know those people who seem to feed off your self-esteem, criticizing everything from your appearance to your dreams? Don't let these voices distort your own view of yourself. Imagine a partner who constantly criticizes your appearance, pointing out every little flaw as if it were an unforgivable flaw. Comments like "you could be prettier" or "why don't you dress better" are not constructive. They are cruel, designed to undermine your confidence. Or a friend who mocks your ambitions and interests. Don't let these unfair and hurtful criticisms define who you are. Do you know when someone belittles your interests and passions, diminishing your achievements and dreams as if they weren't worthy of respect? It can be through laughing about your ambitions or simply devaluing what you value, making you feel foolish for pursuing your goals. This kind of contempt not only hurts, it can shake your confidence and self-esteem. It's a cruel tactic to control you emotionally, wanting you to depend on their validation and acceptance. Don't let them shape your perception of yourself according to their own interests. Do you know when someone ignores your desires and doesn't respect who you really are? Don't allow these people to distort your self-image. You are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect and consideration. If someone is constantly putting you down, it's a clear sign that they don't care about your emotional well-being. Protect yourself by keeping your distance from those who constantly try to put you down and seek relationships that promote your growth and happiness. Furthermore, the way someone treats animals reveals a lot about their character. Cruelty to animals is a clear indication of a bad person. Did you know that the way someone treats animals can reveal a lot about their character? If you know someone who acts abusively or negligently towards animals, it's a red flag to stay away. Imagine a neighbor who frequently yells at and mistreats your dog for any reason. These actions not only cause suffering to the animal, but also show a lack of empathy and emotional control on the part of the abuser. This abusive behavior can extend to other areas of that person's life. This text maintains a dynamic and direct tone, emphasizing the importance of recognizing signs of abusive behavior and acting in favor of animal and personal well-being. Do you know when someone keeps their animals in deplorable living conditions, without adequate food, hygiene, or health care? Constant negligence reveals a profound disregard for the lives and well-being of these animals under their responsibility. These actions should not be ignored or minimized, as studies show that cruelty to animals is often linked to violent behavior against humans. Recognizing these signs is crucial to considering the impact of being around these people. You know, sometimes it's hard to recognize when we're blinded by friendship, love, or respect for someone, but it's crucial to prioritize the safety and well-being of animals, as well as our own. If you suspect someone is being cruel to animals, seriously consider staying away. If possible, report the behavior to the appropriate authorities to protect the animals and prevent future harm. Recognizing these signs is critical to identifying other characteristics of a bad person that may not have been mentioned here. I would love to hear your opinion on this subject. If you've made it this far, write in the comments, "Good always wins over evil." Don't forget to keep practicing Stoicism, and over time you'll become increasingly adept at dealing with your emotions and living a more balanced and serene life. Stay strong, stay focused, and know you have control. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to continue receiving future content. Share this video to inspire others to transform their lives too. Watch the next video to continue your personal growth journey. After all, a simple choice can change the course of an entire life. See you in the next video. See you later.